Thanks, Barry. Welcome everyone today. I'd like to start by sort of extending my thanks for everyone being here today. We truly have all the stakeholders in this launch with the Canadian Agricultural Safety Association, the Ontario Federation of Agriculture, and I'm here representing the Canadian Federation of Agriculture as well today. We have representatives from WSIB. I've been reminded about the acronyms, so I'll use those. That's the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board, WSPS, which is the Workplace Safety and Prevention Services. Farmers, students especially, because they are our future farmers. It's only by working together that we can truly make a difference. This year, the Canadian Agricultural Safety Week campaign theme is Get With The Plan, which encourages farmers to develop written health and safety plans for their particular farms. Now, we all know that paperwork's not the most fun thing that we get to do as farmers. However, results can be impressive. Businesses with written safety plans tend to be 25% more profitable than their peers. That's something I didn't know. Where else can you invest your time and money these days and get those kinds of returns? There's a study by Regnan and Goldman Sachs that shows that 60% of small and medium-sized businesses that have work disruptions lasting 9 or more days are generally unable to ever recover financially. So this is really significant. It can only take 9 days to undo the work of a lifetime. As we all know, farm-related injuries can be devastating, taking much longer than 9 days from which to recover. Bit of experience back in 2007, I've had a series of back injuries over the years. I didn't walk for 5 months in 2007. I had to do a pretty major reassessment of how I farm, and fortunately I have really good staff. They were able to take over when I was unavailable, because between basically May and October, I didn't function at all. The highlight of my life was actually just being able to get out of the house, get to the farm, and lay there and actually just watch things happen. That's why this year's Canadian Agricultural Safety Week theme is so important. So get with the plan. It encourages farmers to develop written health and safety plans for their farms by identifying the risks ahead of time on their operations and developing control strategies to reduce these risks. Farmers can protect themselves, their families, and their employees from harm. Since bringing our industry under the Occupational Health and Safety Act in 2006, we have been very successful, and we will continue to work to remind farmers how important this is. We've been able to bring down the accidents and fatality rates on Ontario farms. Ideally, we don't want to see any injuries, no fatalities, no injuries. That's our ultimate goal, is to make the farm workplace as safe as we can. On the next level of the food chain, producers need to realize that farm safety is becoming more of a processor contract and trade issue. Processors like McCain's and Campbell's have had contractual requirements in place for years, ensuring that the farm products they use are produced in a socially responsible manner. This is becoming the buzzword anymore. That means the farms they contract with must have written farm safety plans and must be able to demonstrate that their farms operate under safe work conditions and with workers who are properly trained for the jobs they do. Likewise, around trade issues. Consumers want to be confident that their food was produced under socially responsible workplace conditions. This will be more and more important in the future. On a national level, studies by the Canadian Agricultural Injury Report, or CAIR, C-A-I-R program, tell us that farmer fatalities are going down. In the year 2000, we lost an average of 115 farmers each year. Now we only lose 89. But one is too many. It still means, even with these reduced rates, it still means that a Canadian farmer dies every 4 days while trying to produce food for this country, and that simply is not acceptable under any circumstance. So that's what makes the Canadian Agricultural Safety Week so important. This campaign has been a catalyst in helping Canadian producers gain a better understanding and appreciation of the importance of risk management as a part of their overall business management plan. So by planning, implementing, and assessing farm safety aspects on their farms, producers are making the connection between good farm safety practices and achieving their business goals. And successful, healthy farmers are good for all of Canada. So planting season will soon be here, and farmers are already getting itchy to get on the land. So as we do our spring preparations, this is a great time to keep farm safety top of mind. But not just during Canadian Agricultural Safety Week, but all year long. So thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Now I'd like to ask Glenn Blahey, Agriculture Health and Safety Specialist from CASA, to say a few words. Glenn Blahey has extensive work experience in the field of agricultural safety and health. In addition to his 29 years of work in regularity enforcement for the Manitoba Department of Labour, he has participated in many national and international farm safety and health-related activities. Glenn was involved in the formation and administration of the Canadian Agricultural Safety Association, as well as a national data collection system for agricultural injuries and fatalities. At the international level, he participated in the development of the North American Guidelines for Children's Agricultural Task and served as a director on both the Progressive Agricultural Foundation Board and the National Institute of Farm Safety Board. Currently, Glenn is working for the Canadian Agricultural Safety Association, providing his occupational safety and health expertise on a variety of national health and safety initiatives. Please join me in welcoming Glenn.
Thank you again. The Canadian Ag Safety Association is, as you know, a national umbrella organization dealing with farm safety. We can't do it without partners. We can't do it without the collaboration of key players ranging right from the Ontario Federation of Agriculture, the producer level, the Canadian Federation at the Federation of Agriculture at the national level. We need that farmer input. We also need the support and the input from the National Ag Safety the National Agricultural Organization. So Farm Credit Canada, a key player for us in terms of moving farm safety forward, expanding our network right across the country. And you know, on a regional basis, we rely very heavily on the acronyms, WSPS, Workplace Safety and Prevention Services, to tell us what the need is, but also to act as a dissemination vehicle for us. So we are all about partnership, we are all about relationship building, and we are all about getting the best resources that are available out there. And when we look for the best resources, we don't always create them ourselves. There are some excellent resources that have been produced by WSPS and its predecessor, the Farm Safety Association. The Farm and Ranch Safety and Health Association, British Columbia, has provided excellent resources and they share them. Prince Edward Island has just developed some resources that are going to be available nationally for us. They've just developed an online video program dealing with orientation for migrant seasonal workers, and they've done theirs in English and Chinese, interestingly. So again, we expand the resources, and CASA is very pleased to be able to facilitate the expansion of those resources. And of course, our main benefactor is Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, who provides us with the foundation funding to do this. But certainly, we do look in the future to be able to partner with other industries and sectors that service the ag industry in Canada. So let's keep the ag industry moving forward. Let's support it as best we can. Thank you very much for participating in this event. This is the sentinel event for us in terms of the coming year, the growing year. So take the message forward and share it. Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn, for that great overview of what CASA and its partners have accomplished in ag safety to date. Elizabeth Mills, President and CEO of Workplace Safety and Prevention Services, is also here with us today. WSPS is a not-for-profit organization with a mandate to meet the health and safety needs of 154,000 businesses in the agricultural, manufacturing, and services industries, representing 3.8 million employees across Canada. An executive with over 20 years of association experience and executive leadership, Elizabeth was previously the CEO of the Ontario Service Safety Alliance. Prior to OSSA, Elizabeth's past roles included government relations at the Retail Council of Canada and Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association. She started her career as a civil servant working in both the Ministry of Government Services and the Ministry of the Solicitor General. She is also currently a director on the board of WSPS. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth Mills.